What is going on, everybody? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Thanksgiving NFL video for the main slate on Thursday. We got 3 games. I'm doing a free Guru credit code in this video, as I've done for all NFL videos, and it looks like a pretty clear and cut slate here. Traveling for family on Thanksgiving, got to do lineups and all that jazz. So doing the video here on Wednesday. We do have some questionable guys, but just limited participants in practice on a short week. Stars like St. Brown and CeeDee Lamb, they don't really need to practice. So I don't take those questionable tags as, anything serious. It's nothing like the NBA. So I'll give you that free Guru credit code after the first couple of my plays. As usual, I will be doing one value play for each position. The slate looks pretty decent for a Thanksgiving slate. So I'm also doing I just tweeted this. I'm doing a Black Friday deal on my website. If you spend $40 or $100 on credits at the shop, I will double it. So 200 credits turns into 400. 500 credits turns into 1,000. You can do this one time. So enjoy that bonus if you need some credits. As I said, I'm doing a little free Guru credit code in this video as well. So getting into the plays at quarterback, Jared Goff, we've seen has a ceiling, but he kind of, you're kind of banking on him throwing touchdowns in the first half because they could easily be blowing out this Bears team in the second half. They're 9-point favorites, 48 over under. He is the most expensive guy, not projected the most fantasy points from these quarterbacks. The guy who is Jordan Love, and I like him at 7,500. I think this is a really nice price point. You could look at Caleb Williams at 7,200. It's a decent game script for him to be throwing the ball all game against the Lions defense that's been great, but he's cheap, probably going to be down. Hopefully it's not like a huge blowout. I do think there is some upside with a Caleb Williams play for tournaments. Seeing that he's going to be throwing the ball well, or a lot, I should say. Had a great game last week, 340, 2 touchdowns. So, it's in play, but I do like Jordan Love the most. This Dolphins and Packers game is expected to be the best game to watch on Thanksgiving. It is the night game at 8:05 or 8:20 Eastern, 48 over under, same over under as the Bears and Lions. 3-point spread. This schedule's kind of, built out good, especially on the East Coast for these games for Thanksgiving. You get the early game to watch between the Bears and the Lions. And then, right around eating and family time, you can kind of, take your little nap during the Giants and Cowboys game because that's most likely not going to be a fun one to watch. And then, you get the drinks out for the night game between the Dolphins and the Packers, in my opinion, going to be the best game to watch on Thursday. But Jordan Love looks good. Probably not going to see Romeo Doubs, or Dobbs, however you want to say it, because he had a concussion on Sunday, short week. He's not practicing. You could maybe look at Christian Watson, Hail Mary, Dontavian Wicks. Obviously, Jaden Reed's going to be the number one guy, but I do like Jordan Love. He's projected the most fantasy points at quarterback for this week. For running back, we do have David Montgomery, questionable, but he went from a non-participant on Monday's practice to a limited participant on Tuesday's practice, so he's trending in the right direction. There's a decent chance he still, doesn't get as many touches if he is active. I like Jahmyr Gibbs a bunch. They start the game with David Montgomery, but ultimately Gibbs ends up seeing more touches than David Montgomery. So I like Gibbs at 8,400. He's projected a bunch of points for Thursday. He's been looking great all year. 23 last week, 19 the week before. He's got a 33 in there at 23. The reason why he plays more is because he's a pass-catching back. Montgomery isn't, and then he ends up seeing just about the same amount of rush attempts as Montgomery. And then obviously if Montgomery is ruled out, Gibbs would be even more of a smash play, but I think even with Montgomery in, we could see another game where both running backs get plenty of action where they're 9-point favorites against the Bears. For that Guru credit code, go to my shop page on my website, fd-guru.com. You'll see where you purchase all those Guru credits. Got to be signed into an account. Obviously, you can activate one by just, validating an email address. It takes a minute. No credit card required to sign up. You get some bonus credits to sign up as well. On the shop page, there's this coupon bar. Type in all caps NFL thanks. NFL thanks 24 for the year. NFL thanks 24 all caps. Hit apply coupon. It'll say coupon successfully applied. You'll see 15 credits go into your balance. Just give this video a like, subscribe, and don't miss any future videos by turning on those alerts as well. Wide receiver, tricky spot. I mean, you could obviously spend up on St. Brown. CD Lamb looks fine too. Cooper Rush is probably going to throw the ball a lot. But, I do like Tyreek Hill at this price at under 8K. He was questionable because he's got a personal thing going on. I'm assuming he's going to play. We'll know more word, obviously, on Thursday. But if he were to miss, Jaden Waddle would be a huge value piece. And I think Tyreek Hill is a good play at sub 8K. He's projected almost the same amount of fantasy points as CeeDee Lamb and St. Brown, and he's $800 cheaper than CeeDee Lamb, and he's $1,200 cheaper than St. Brown. So I think it's a good value play. Again, keep an eye out on the Packers receivers, because if Romeo Doubs is out, there could be some value there, especially if you have Jordan Love as your quarterback. For tight end, not a lot of great tight ends this week. I'm assuming Jake Ferguson's going to miss again. He didn't practice on Tuesday. He's missed the last 2 games, I think. He got hurt. He got hurt on the 18th and then didn't play last week. I'm going to look at Luke Schoonmaker. Save some money here. Tight end's not a great spot. Jonnu Smith had a big week last week, but now he's 6,300. Tough to trust that. You could maybe look at Cole Kmet. He saw 10 targets last week. They're going to be down in this game. Probably going to throw a lot. But I like Schoonmaker the most if Jake Ferguson is out. $5,000. He saw 10 targets in that game on the 18th when Ferguson went down. Last week, 55 yards and a TD. I like this value play at 5K as the number 1 tight end. Again, make sure you double check that Jake Ferguson status. I am going to guess that he has a better chance of sitting than not on Thursday. And then for defense, this is an easy play in my opinion. Cowboys defense should be the most expensive defense. You could look at the Lions at 4,700, but the Bears do have some firepower on the other side. The Giants don't have any firepower. Not that DeVito being out makes it any better, because DeVito stinks as well, but DeVito's a long shot to play now on Thursday, so we're probably going to see Drew Lock, who hasn't played all season. So the Cowboys defense looks great. 3.5-point favorites, 37 over-under, by far the lowest over-under on the slate. Like I said, it's going to be a bit of a snooze fest, but this means good things for defenses. I like the Cowboys defense. If you wanted to get different, you could even look at the Giants defense at only 3,700. But I do like the Cowboys defense more. I think the Giants offense is going to be pretty easy to keep, limited for Thursday outside of neighbors. Good price at 4,100 there for the Cowboys. That'll do it for this video, guys. Give it a like. Use that Black Friday deal and the Guru credit code I just gave you. And until next time, I am the FD Guru. Peace.